Welcome to David Gulotta Book Dreamer. I'm David Gulotta, and I'm the one dreaming up my books. Hope everyone is doing well. Thank you for stopping by and watching. I really appreciate that. And please do subscribe. Feel free to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. That'd be great. Any questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you. So today, what I'm doing here in my little ship is going to be giving you some studio news. And there's some stuff going on here in both studios. One, I am almost done with my latest science fiction novel, Nascent. So the first draft of the manuscript, which I kind of edit as I go along. It's just what I do. Some authors like to do that, some don't. I do. I like to do that. I like to revisit things, redo things. I really want each page to be complete and ready for others to see before I send them off to my betas and my proofreader. And it seems to really actually save a lot of time, less back and forth and whatnot. So, but it's almost done. It's more than 90% complete. I just got 28 pages to go, something like that. So very excited about that. Very, very excited. That is doing really well. And it's a crazy little tale. And I'm looking forward to, being able to present that to everybody. But that means because it's almost done in terms of the first draft and it goes through its editing cycles, is part of that is I have to make the cover. So that means setting up a nice panel onto my easels and getting things ready, get my paints out, and start working on a cover. And I've got an idea for a cover that is actually based on one of my earlier and very popular works when I was in the galleries and whatnot, painting away full time. So that is in the works. And what I was thinking of doing is actually sharing some of the painting process with you right here on YouTube. I haven't done that in a long time. I used to do that quite often. People seem to like to watch people paint. Uh, so I'm going to be setting things up so that you'll be able to see. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to record it so that it kind of goes back and forth between a view of me telling you about what I'm doing and actually being able to see me draw and paint and use my palette knives and whatever else I need to use to get this done. So, I'm going to be planning it out, getting it all set, and that idea is sticking in my head. So I think it's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to be presenting it here on YouTube. I think you guys might like that. There's some fans of mine from the painting days who really say they miss watching me paint on Facebook and whatnot. And I did do a little bit on YouTube. So I want to kind of get back into that when it's appropriate. And right now we're getting to that point. So that means I'll be doing the same thing for Gilded Cages once that is up and running. And that's going to be later in the year. So, figure October, we'll be doing some painting work for that one. So it's a bit of a tight schedule. It's just a little bit of a tight schedule. I've got a lot to do. I have so many books in my head. I have so many things that I want to share. And it also keeps my hand in the painting. So it's a really good thing to be able to share that. I love making my own covers. And that is important to me. So that from start to finish, from the dream to the writing to the editing, the formatting and the cover and the publishing, it's all up to me. And I like that. It gives me a lot of freedom, gives me a lot of, really galvanizes me to do a good job. There's no one to blame. There's no one to blame. No one to blame but me. So I like that. So that's coming up. So I'm very excited about that. I'm really, really excited about that. I'm hoping I'll be able to do that next week. And we'll see. We'll see. I can't promise next week because I've got a bunch of things coming up. The second thing that I really wanted to talk about is I've got my first event coming out, and that's going to be in April. Let me just check my calendar real quick for a second here, because details and whatnot. Yeah, that's going to be April 13th and 14th, that weekend. I'm going to be at the Something for Everyone sale at the West End Fairgrounds in Broadheadsville, Pennsylvania. And I'll be having my books on display, including my latest works. It's the that has become the first event of the year. Uh, so that's going to be a really, really interesting thing. I haven't done that one before. Don't know what to expect. If I sell a few books, I'm happy. If I can, help some readers find some unusual and unique works, that would be a wonderful thing because my stuff is very unique. And how do I know this? Because I've been told. I've been told by people. Actually heard from someone who met me at the West End Fair. That was interesting. Had a little conversation. And they seem to really be a big fan of Clockmaker. Now, Clockmaker does have a sequel to it named Sorcerer. And it's really a lot of fun. This book is a wonderful fable, which was what the intention was. Make like a almost like a fable, a myth, the series, the legend of Clockmaker, and it's a bit of a wild world building romp too. If you like that kind of thing, not everyone does, but if you do like that kind of thing, yeah, there's plenty of that in there, but there's more to it than that. There's a lot of character development. The main characters go through so much and they grow and learn so much. And it's interesting watching that process. Well, reading the process. See, I see everything I read. So, and then therefore everything that I can see in my head, I can then write. So it kind of goes both ways, which is good. That's good. It's good for you guys. So I'm also hoping to finish the second trilogy. This is the first book of the first trilogy, Crew of Ganges, my science fiction Wunderbook here. And yeah, there is a glossary in the back. There's appendices. There's all kinds of stuff in the back, but it is a big book. I've been told it goes pretty quick. So, and that the story is very interesting, which is always good to hear. It's a nice thing to hear from people, and I do hear from people, which is great. I need the feedback. Without that feedback, I can't get better as an author. So I really need that feedback from everybody. So that's been going on as well. I am getting ready to head out in April to the World Canna Fair at the Oaks Expo Center in Valley Forge, Pennsylvania. That one is also, that's in April. That's going to be on the 27th and 28th of April. It's a 2-day event. It's going to be a lot going on. Apparently, there's going to be like a cooking competition there too. So I'm going to have my booth there. Be interesting to do my first indoor book signing venue. That's going to be a lot of fun. I haven't done an indoor event yet. All the things I've done have been outdoors, even at the C. Simpson Used Bookshop, because there are so many books in there. It's a small store. It's got lots of books, and I like that. So I'm not going to say, hey, I got to be indoors. You got to make all this room for me. No. Let them be as they are. I can be outside under the awning. I'm good with that. I like being outdoors, which helps. It helps to actually enjoy being outdoors when you're doing this stuff. But my first indoor venue, and I hope it goes well because I'd like to do it year after year. We'll see how it runs. Now, what do my books have to do with, a Canna World Fair? Well, you know, you'll have to read them to find out, won't you? But there is a connection. There is a connection. So keep that in mind. There's more coming up in the year, but we'll get to that. I've been able to confirm that I will be at the West End Fair, at the West End Fairgrounds this summer. I have a booth space. It's all set up. Everything's paid for. Everything's done. So I'm very, very pleased to be there for the second time. Last year was the first time I went to the West End Fair, and I had a fantastic time. It was wonderful. Sold a lot of books, met a lot of people, met a lot of fans, people who had bought my book either on Amazon or at the C. Simpson used bookshop or from me the year before, and was able to get like real-time feedback, which I love. I love getting real-time feedback. And we made some space for some of my fans to hang out with us at the booth and all that. I like doing that too. So we'll see. I may not have the room this year. Just got a, 10 by 12 space, and I got a 10 by 10 booth tent. So, that makes it a little tighter than I had it last year. But I think it's going to be really, really nice. I think we're going to have a good show, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'll get you those dates as we get closer to it, but that has been confirmed. That's going to be in August. So, but for now, we've got April 13th and 14th at the West End Fairgrounds in Broadheadsville, PA, and we've got April 26th and 27th, and 27th, 28th. I want to make sure I got this right. I just want to make sure. 27th and 28th. There you go. See, I have to show up to 26 in order to set up my booth. So, so in my head, it's the 26th through the 28th, but for visitors and whatnot, uh, look up Canna World Fair online. They have a website there. You can get your tickets there, directions, all of that, and what the festival is all about. So I will be there for then. So mark your calendars. Um, I believe the hours of that one are like 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., something like that. And the same thing with the Something for Everyone Fair. It's just during the day. West End Fair, oh my goodness, that goes on for 12 hours. That's 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Yeah, so we're gonna be there early. We're gonna hang out there. We're gonna have a good time, I believe. Yeah, so some of the hours of these things get a little weird. I will also be at the C. Simpson Used Bookshop. That'll be June 1st. Easy one to remember, right? June 1st. And that's going to be at the West End Plaza, right off Route 209 in Broadheadsville. So I'll be there with my half booth and all my books and everything. And that's going to be a lot of fun. And if you go there and you haven't been to the C. Simpson Used Bookshop before, please do. That's just Puck, my cat. He's having a good time with one of my studio chairs here. So he likes to make his presence known, as it were. So, but that's the big news. It's been a lot of writing. I've been doing some recording. Finally got a little heater for my recording studio, which was well needed. I've been sitting there shivering, doing the audiobook work. Now I don't have to worry about that. So that's a cheap little heater thing. Uh, and I don't even really keep it on while I'm in there, just to warm up the space a little bit, so it's not a refrigerator. So I hope to see you guys next week. I'll be back next week. We'll see if I'm painting. If I am, you'll know. You'll know. I'll announce that. So hopefully we will get to that point, because that means that the first draft of Nascent is finished. And that's going to be really, really important and very, very exciting. All right, folks, I hope you have enjoyed. If you got to this point, thank you for watching the whole thing. I really deeply do appreciate it. So see you next week. Have a good one, and happy reading, everyone. Take care.